Hey, good morning. Um, for devotions this morning, I thought I would stop up at Hawks Ridge just because it's such a nice day and it's probably one of the last times we'll be able to do so. I started thinking about what I wanted to speak to you about this morning. And the other day, last night I was walking, and as I was walking, I had the smell of burning leaves. And that's something that we don't hardly have anymore because it seems like rarely do people burn leaves anymore. They just bag them up. But the smell of the burnt leaves was such a powerful reminder of times past. I remember when our kids were young, the joy of being going and putting the leaves in a pile and jumping in them and playing them in the fall. And then also the burning and the smell brings back thoughts of family times and food that we would eat for Thanksgiving and at family gatherings. And then I started thinking about the text from Amos this week. And Amos says that God has no desire to smell our burnt offerings or to accept our burnt offerings and our grain offerings either. But he says, let justice roll down like streams of running water. Start thinking about that a little bit, how powerful it is to remember what offerings were about. The idea was that the offerings would go up to heaven and that God would be pleased with us. But Amos reminds us that unless we live lives of justice, unless we live lives of caring for each other, then God has no time for us. God is interested in seeing us thrive, but also to care for each other, to remember that God is a merciful God. That is something that fills the senses and gives us an image, I think, or something that triggers memories of the goodness of God. So I'm just going to encourage you as we approach Thanksgiving time and as we think about what it means to be a just people, a people who seek righteousness and seek to care for each other, that especially during this time of unrest in our country, that we would lift up our lives as a burnt offering to God, and that our lives would somehow reflect that goodness and that grace that God has given to us. So enjoy this beautiful fall day and the days here this week, and remember to do justice and live lives pleasing to God. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you very soon.